some wrestlers that are quite scripted. They like to work through what they're going to do and all that type of thing, blah, 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 blah. You get others that are quite improvisational. They like working and seeing how it goes and riffing off the crowd with each other. You also get bad guys, wrestlers. You get bad guys, comedians. You get in between guys. You get in between. So you got they might go through a match as well. You know, we're going to start off slow. We're going to build up to a couple of points, maybe a big crescendo, and it's like, well, this sounds fucking familiar. And how you put together a set. Oh yeah, they've got to do loads of travelling up and down the road. Yep, you got to do that. And so there's like, just in terms of how that works, it's fucking terrifying.
See someone like Chris Renfrew, like him on like how he captivates an audience.
Yeah,
you think he could do something on stage like stand up wise?
Yeah, well he's done Improv Wars a couple of times.
Yeah.
And he was really good. We do the Have I Got Chair Shots For You show.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is an improv wrestling based show for ICW On Demand. And I think a whole bunch of the guys would be. In terms of stand-up, I think that's an individual thing.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a big difference to writing a wrestling promo and writing a stand-up set. Not to say they couldn't do it, but again, like it would be with a new comedian, it's like, well, you'd have to work.
Yeah, different skills.
I mean, Grado's doing a show at the Kings.
That's
I don't know the first, and just so anyone knows, I don't know the first thing with what he's doing, but I know it'll be great.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him do loads of comedy stuff, not stand up directly, apart from River City. He was on River City.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think I saw a glimpse of that. And I mean, it was good.
Not the worst actor, by the way.
No, I think he's really good. I think Graham is a very natural comic actor. But I've been saying that for like fucking. Like, as soon as he came in ICW, I mean, this boy's got something. Yeah. This boy has got, and it was Renfrew and Dallas, they were the guys that helped bring him into ICW, and it's like, totally get it. Yeah. Totally get it. They literally recognised the star. Yeah.
And he can wrestle pretty well now as well.
Do you know he can never wrestle bad? This was always the big smoke and mirrors thing. Like, he is a very good wrestler, and the stuff he's producing just now, I think, is incredible. Thing we like of what you see of Grado and TNA, but the stuff that he does in the UK certainly is fucking. The match he had with Renfrew at Batamania was fantastic.
Oh yeah, I was right there.
Fantastic. The match he had with Big Drew, the Hydro, the SECC was incredible. And I think these guys, again, I think because they almost don't have that fear of the audience and stuff, and they know how to react. These guys like them, Jack Jester, even both the Coffey brothers. Like, there's a guy called Mark Coffey. You might know who Mark is. Yeah. Mark's a very good mimic. He's very natural on stage, and I constantly, because he's one of my favourite guests we ever had on Have I Got Chair Shots For You. I think there's fucking money in those Coffee boys, you know. And then these guys like Jackie Polo, who is an amazing antagonist, great on the mic, and it's like, do you know something, Comedy Unit? And I know you've been listening. Cast your net a little further is what I would say if you're looking at some of the talents of ICW. That's all. But pay them well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And
I'll take a finder's fee.
Do you have any influence in terms of commentary styles?
Yes. A cool thing, do you know I got really fucking lambasted by a bunch of fans, not ICW fans. It's like a bunch of fans from like a company down in London. I won't say their name because their mate runs a company. Mate of mine runs a company, and they were like pure going, oh, we don't like this about blah blah blah. One of the things you suddenly realise is, like, I know what I am in like a fucking the Z level list of celebrity, right? And you see you getting shit, and you think, fuck, what must it be like for like guys like Kevin and Frankie and all that type of thing, and they were like, oh, he doesn't know anything about the art of commentary and all that. No, I know pretty much. I'm a lifelong wrestling fan. I studied every form of commentary, but what I try and do is something a little different that lends to that, instead of doing the traditional style of what the guys, and that's the thing, like, loads of people say, what do you think about WWE, don't you hate it and all that? No, I don't hate what they do commentary in WWE. I think it's fantastic. I love it as a fan. I love it as a fan. I'm just trying to do it. First of all, I'm commentating for an over-18s product, right? Let's make that clear. We do swear. We don't swear as much as people think we do. Like, over the last 4.5 years, the swearing on commentary is really dissipated, but it does happen. It comes from me, right? But it does happen, right? There's some funny stuff in there, but when we've got to tell the story, we've got to tell the straight story of what's going on in the ring. That's what you get. I mean, you got to know when to put in the funny stuff, when to put in the little quips, and then it's also finding alternative in terms of phrases, you know, different ways to tell the story. It's not so much the what, it's the why. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So it's trying to find. So if anyone ever wants to turn around and say, I don't understand the art of wrestling, I fucking do.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do my own version of it, because why would I want to copy everyone else?
Because there's like psychology in how you do the play-by-play as much as there is in the ring.
Exactly. And I mean, myself and my new partner, William Grange, which is different, because he's a wrestler, he's an ex-wrestler. So
ex-champion as well.
Ex-champ, yeah, tag champ. So we're trying to find our own dynamic with that. So there's not really a bona fide colour guy, there's not really a bona fide play-by-play guy. We're a team.
Yeah.
Of an ex-wrestler and a comedian doing wrestling commentary together.
Yeah.
So we're trying to find it. So he gets to say some funny stuff, I get to say funny stuff, but then when we've got this serious shit to say, we can do that. And I can also go as a wrestler, which is great. Like, it's fantastic, because, you and I sitting at home, we don't fucking know, we're not wrestlers.
Yeah.
But he can actually go, well, this is why he's doing this.
Yeah. So it gives you some legitimacy.
Completely. And I've been pushing for that. I mean, I started off with a guy called Sean David, Dr. Sean David, who left wrestling commentary, just had other ambitions to fulfill. Nothing bad, literally. Sean's an unbelievably talented director, editor, works a lot freelance for the BBC and that type of thing, and had other fish to fry.
Cool.
Long and short of it, so away he went. This Simon Cassidy, who's one of the ring announcers, who you've been at shows, I tease Simon mercilessly. Yeah. Mercilessly. But it is out of nothing but love, because I love that fucking boy. I love that boy to bits. And hell, I've got him chance, and enough, every major city we've ever done.
He is fantastic at what he does, though.
I think he's really good. And he was my pick. You're saying about having influences. I think we work all such together as a team, and don't get me wrong, you do come up with ideas that people just forget were yours, right? Yeah. Like, fucking, I won't name names, but I've seen cunts, like, things I've called people on commentary, I've seen it on t-shirts, and them selling these t-shirts and wrestling for other companies on the other side of the fucking globe, and I was like, oh yeah, I happen to fucking give you that name, you fucking prick. But then, that's part of my job. That's part of my job,
Same thing happens in comedy. Sometimes people pick up ideas subconsciously. They forget they heard someone else do it.
Yeah. Oh no. Outright, people just go, "That's mine." I think there's a slightly carny version of it in wrestling. You call me that on wrestling commentary, that's mine now. Fine. But I don't mind. I really don't mind. It'd be nice to get a cut of t-shirts. But there's stuff like a good example is Carmel Jacob, who's our current women's champion in ICW, long-standing women's wrestler. Long-standing wrestler. I hate fucking. I hate genders. That drives me nuts. She's a fantastic wrestler. But 2 or 3 years ago, she cut a promo where it really was cutting, and CM Punk, I think, had just done one on Raw, or maybe a year earlier. The Pipe Bomb. And I dubbed her the Pipe Bomb Princess for 2 reasons. Number 1, she's a woman. Number 2, she's a pipe bomb. Number 3, I fucking love alliteration. It's all the way. Like, if you actually listen to commentary, it's fucking filled with it. I love alliteration. Love it. And I must have called her this for like 6 months, 6 or 8 months, something like that. I'm gonna think. I remember literally thinking, maybe she doesn't like this. maybe it's like, because I just like, you see, like a show day, there's like 50 people just all around, and so much is going on that you could turn up, give someone a lift to the show, and you will not see that person again until we're done and dusted. You might not even see them again because it's just so fucking busy. So I never really got a chance to go, is this cool? You're alright with that. But then again, I did it in commentary for 6 months. Just as I was about to stop doing it, she walked out and she'd had it written across her tights, Pipe Bomb Princess, and I was like, yes! She likes it. So that was cool, and I did actually say that. I was really happy. She went, oh yeah, it was great. And then she took that and made it her own. So it's cool things like that. That's kind of cool.
Do you think there's the same sexism in comedy with women as there is in wrestling, or do you think there's any sort of similarity?
I think the cool thing about, I don't think there's necessarily sexism in like the industries. I think there's sexism in people.
Yeah.
Can
I show you? Can I jump in for a second?
Sure.
Being at the SCCC, one of the best matches was the women's match.
Tremendous.
Phenomenal. Just from a technical point of view, it was excellent. And then there was a broad, because it was like one of the biggest shows, independent shows since the 80s.
Yeah.
There was people from all over the place, so it wasn't just ICW fans. There was a lot. We actually had to move because of the stuff being said behind us during the women's match. I was there with my two cousins, two girls, and I was just like, listen, let's just move because some of the stuff was ridiculous.
It's horrible.
But that's people.
Yeah. That's a person. You know, that's in terms of the industry. I mean, obviously, you know, I mean, I've been a big proponent of women's wrestling for a long time. You know, big fan of Shimmer, a lot of the stuff like All Japan Ladies, All Japan Women, sorry, and it's been a division that's been fighting hard, and it's never not been there, but it's been a division that's fighting hard, and it just seems to be in 2015
exploded.
The perception of women's wrestling across the globe again, and the Western culture took a big jump forward. Suddenly people were going, you know, it isn't really about gender, it is about good matches. And like, yeah, it is. There are good women's wrestlers, there are bad women's wrestlers, there are good men wrestlers, there are bad men wrestlers.
There are probably more bad men's wrestlers than there are bad women's wrestlers.
Probably, and they have to fight so hard. In terms of comedy, I think, like, you hear all the fucking cliches, don't you? It's like, oh, you're quite funny for a woman.
Yeah. Or when I don't like it when Comper's going, now we've got a female.
I hate that. Like, I have never done that in my life. I did that once, and you know who it was? It was a man that was on next. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a lady. Please welcome Graham Mackey. Something like that. You know, I think I did it once as a laugh. I hate that. I fucking hate that. Like, some of my favourite comedians are women. Like, I love, Elaine Malcolmson and Shan Bevan. Shan Bevan's probably my absolute favourite.
I love Eleanor Morton. Her sort of
style. Oh, Eleanor as well. No, fuck Eleanor. She can go. Like, sorry. For ages, like, I love Eleanor to bits. But I remember I can't remember what it was. We just have this sort of thing that would go back and forth about her being, look at the state of you, Eleanor. Honestly, you're like a fox that's fallen into a puddle. I used to do something. She used to write Murder She Wrote porn. She used to write Murder She Wrote porn, and bless Eleanor, like, she just kept it going. She kept it going for ages. And there was all these other things she would write porn for, like naughty porn. Shut up, Eleanor, you're ruining life. But it's awesome to see her doing so well at a rate that she's happy with as well. You know, I think
she had an hour show on YouTube. It was just great.
Oh wow, really? Oh god, I haven't seen that. I'll have to make sure to go on and flag it. It's awful. Get rid of it. Just get rid of everything that's wrong with Britain. Hashtag Eleanor Morton. You know, it's Trump bombs Eleanor. But no, I think she's really cool.
What about in terms of just any sort of Scottish comedians who are?
I think me and you are the only good ones. To be honest,
I'm not a comedian, but I'm quite good at stuff.
I think you're doing pretty well, mate.
Thank you.
You're just hit the top 3.
Oh, hello.
I don't know, man. You know, it's a horrible thing, and this is going to get me some fucking heat. A horrible thing is because we are all such self-serving, cliquey wanks, right? Let's come out and say it, right? Like, people won't even retweet other folks' shit, and they won't help co-promote the circuit as a whole, and everyone does get quite cliquey, you know, and I think that's the biggest problem.
Yeah, especially on the forum sometimes. Or in
like, I literally saw one today. And
new people coming in, and some people are just horrible. It's like
yeah, and we're all learning, and people make mistakes.
Yeah, especially if you're really
and
new.
I think that's a minority, but I think it's like really, you know, amongst like, I just wish we could not be dicks.
More welcoming.
Yeah, just not.
It's like somebody will come in the forum and be like, I want to put on a comedy night for free, and they'll be like, I don't think that'll work, and everyone got really smug and like.
Or even just outlining that. But then again, some people also react badly if you go, look, mate, you don't want to do a free comedy night and such and such. Here's some plans to do it. Oh, fuck you, I'm doing a free comedy night.
I'm sick of this hate. Yeah,
cheers, thank you very much. What is this, a witch hunt? You know? Okay, right. Well, if you're just going to be a dick straight away,
I missed the old forum.
I don't miss that.
You used to monitor that, didn't you?
I fucking moderate the new one.
All right.
I'm still on there as the guy that makes so much pain for the world in theory, but I'm very much an absentee father. I take nothing to. I'm the first person to go. Is like, go on and have a look, but don't fucking do any business on there. Pick up the fucking phone. You know. No, I wish people would just promote. And the reason I'm saying that is just a little asterisk. So just in terms of That's like a general thing. I just wish people would be a lot. And, sometimes it's hard if you've got a lot of shit going on. You've got the blinkers. You can only see what's in front of you.
Yeah.
But it is like when people will do stuff like, oh, gigged with such and such, absolutely fucking amazing. But then you won't gig with, like, maybe one of your mates that's doing really well, and you won't go, do you know who's doing really well just now? Such and such.
Well, in the past,
even saying that, people might see that. If I went, Martin Bearne rocked it last night, absolutely fantastic, you should all book him. There'd be somebody sitting there going, oh, look at that, he's just fucking bigging up his pals. And it's like, no, I think you did well.
Yeah.
And there'd be someone else going, fucking, why is he not bigging up me? Like, we didn't gig together last night, you cunt.